Oh, cool. So that's recording. So somebody don't want you to know something. So I have four columns for you, and the four columns are led by ancestor card. In your recent past, you have the fire garden, which is igniting your internal passion. And so the three cards that were pulled for you were the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Swords. The Four of Pentacles talk about you being closed off, essentially, which I would assume that knowing what I know and being able to, put two and two together is you are closed off to your significant other right now. And that person is really trying to really recently was trying to like kind of bring back some sort of passion or whatever between y'all. But you like, nah, I don't really care that much. I'm gonna keep my shit to myself and I'm cutting you off because you're not you for them streets, for lack of a better word. That's what came to my mind. You for them streets. In your current energy, you have the air guardian, which is to shift your perception. And the three cards that you got with that was the magician, the king of swords, and the six of cups. And so the magician says that you have everything that you need to know. All of the information you need to know, you have it already. You don't need to go out there looking for no more information. But you do need to shift your perception on what you're doing. You know, the King of Swords can be pretty stuck in their mindsets on how things are supposed to go and how things are supposed to be. But you need to kind of look back and reflect on what has happened so that you can make the appropriate moves going forward. All it takes is taking the information you have, shifting your perception just a tad bit. Things that you don't see coming up is led by the Sky Father, which is to trust in trust in the unknown. Just because you don't know what's going on and what is coming up for you does not mean that what is going on and what's coming up for you is not worth the effort and energy. You got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands, which basically talks about putting in extra work. So at this point, you need to put in some work. The Nine of Pentacles in the right way will be you put in all the work you need to. And this way, you need to put in some more work. More work is required. But you don't know the fact that you have to trust in the unknown, and your ancestors are saying to trust in the unknown, says that you really don't have an idea how much work is actually going to be able to achieve what it is that you want to. And whatever you want to, you you have everything. You are strong enough in your desire to achieve it to be able to put in the work even if you don't know how much work is going to require. And then advice from the ancestors is to set your sights higher. And you got the Seven of Swords, which talks about protection, really protecting what you've already gained. You have the Two of Swords, which talks about self what do you call it, self deception. And you have the Six of Wands, which I just looked that damn thing up and I still forgot what the hell it meant. Six of Wands, which talks about pride and your accomplishments. So, looking at these three cards, right? If you step back in your future, you got a lot of work to put in, and you are confident that you're going to be able to achieve it because you have the right level of investment mentally and physically into it, right? And so, what the ancestors are saying is that, protect your work. Make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you're making sure that it's not destroyed in the process. But you also need to make a decision about something. And if I had to guess, on what that decision is a decision on whether to walk away from some other unfruitful ventures and endeavors to make the one that is going to be successful thrive. So I think overall you had a whole bunch of distractions in your past that essentially had you in your head about what you should do. And you are now knowing, and you really do need to know this, that you have everything that you need to make the right decisions and determine the best course of action. And whatever course of action that you take is going to be a lot of hard work, but can't nobody do it but you, boo. You're the only one that can do it. And you need to make a decision to turn away from any endeavors that are not serving you anymore and protect those endeavors that need your protection. And at the end of the day, you probably know exactly what this is and what it's about. But because I like using all of these extra decks or whatever, so I'm going to use this deck to kind of clarify these 4 different places in your life to can give you an additional perspective. Running up on 6 minutes. I had to do this real fast because I already spent 10 minutes on the other one and my phone died. So, boo, I fucking hate. And this is a brand new deck for me, and I can honestly tell you that this is going to be like a surprise for both of us about what comes up out of this one. And I've been trying to shuffle it so that it actually works out a little bit better. And you are texting me as I'm finishing this. So one more shuffle. All right. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna look this shit up. That was pretty obvious. So there you go. Okay. So if I had to think about, let's go back through this in your recent past, which is not that one, which talks about igniting your passions. And then the angels are saying, Mother, Father, God. I didn't want to kind of say this because I kind of felt this in the beginning, but this has a lot to do with your home life in the past. You've had some shit that went on. And like I said, know kind of what I know. You ready to walk away. And I would say that the ancestors are saying that you at one point you was willing to put in the work. And now the angels are saying it's between you, her, and God. Y'all need to get together and figure out what the fuck y'all finna do. And so with your current energy, you have friendship and union and shifting your perception. Maybe there's a relationship that you are looking on and you're a little bit more nostalgic. At the end of the day, you still have everything that you do to kind of grow that particular relationship or union. But you probably gonna need to let go of the past so that the past don't come back. And you need to stand firm in your power and make sure that there is no issues with the past interfering with whatever it is that you are already cooking up. In the what you don't see coming area, where you're supposed to trust in the unknown, you have power and intention. I told you you already had all of the power that you need, and it was going to take some work. But you got to be intention and stand in your motherfucking power with it. You know what you need to do. Don't nobody need to tell you. I didn't need to do this reading. The angels are over there saying, motherfucker, why? You got her wasting all our time when you could just be doing this. Now to end on your advice from the angels and the ancestors. The ancestors say, set your sight higher. The angels say, have a sacred and divine plan. What did I tell you? You got to put in some work. You know what the work is. You know what you need to do to work, but you also need to protect your work. So whatever it is that you over there cooking up on, you have everything that you need. You know what needs to be done. All you need to do is get to work.